I just installed a receiver for my 2008 Hyundai Santa Fe. It is a Draw-Tite 75471 max frame receiver, 2-inch receiver, and I did it in all of maybe 10 minutes. And it's because, and I did it by myself, and it's because I have all the tools. That's one of the main things you need are the tools. Really, if you just had this right there, it'd probably be okay. But you're going to need an extension bar for your, and that is it's a 5/8. Now that may be really a 14 or 15 millimeter. I don't know. I just got the screws, and this was the first one it fit into that I grabbed out of my box. So that's what I use. I used a 5/8 inch head there for that. I use my impact drill because it just made things go faster. You know, I've got this little adapter that fits into that, and I use this to kind of clean out the holes for the screws before I put them in, and also sprayed a little of this on the tips of them, which made them go in really nice. But and then once I got them impacted in, they were really in there tight, and I really didn't need to use this, but I did, you know, see if I could get them screwed a little bit tighter. But if you got a floor jack, I mean that's your other set of hands. Otherwise, if you don't have that, you're going to need it's a two-person deal. But if you're by yourself, it's a one-person deal. And all I had to do underneath the car, I had to undo the and I'm going to hopefully I can get them back together. I had to undo the muffler here. It's just a little rubber. I don't know if you can see it in there. It's just a little rubber fitting right there. You can see it. And I use this pry bar. I got a set of these from Harbor Freight. They're super cheap. They're not as cheap as they used to be, but they're trying to be more mainstream now. But I had to disconnect that just so I can move it over enough to get move this over just a nudge, so I could get the screw to go in there straight. Otherwise, you cannot do it with them in place. It's just almost impossible. So I'm going to have to do. That's one of the things I have to do is hook them back up. But I wanted to leave everything together to show you how I set up. So if you have these tools right here, which is overkill, that's all you need. Really all you need is that, and you don't need a pry bar. If you got a big screwdriver, flathead screwdriver would work. But it's super easy. It fit perfect. Oh, I gotta tell you, I got it for $100 on an Amazon warehouse deal, and it's regular, that's over $100 off. And when I saw that, I just jumped on it, because you can always send it back, and there was nothing wrong with it. I mean, this thing is bent downwards. I don't know if it's supposed to be, if that's the deal, but all the pieces were there. The owner's manual was cut up a little bit, like when they try to tear it open, but all the pieces were there, all the screws were there, nothing was missing. $100. I saved over $100 because I think it's $239 regular. But anyway, great deal, easy to install, super easy if you got the tools. That's the key to all these DIY projects. If you got the tools, you can do anything. Because watch them, and I'm going, I could do that if I had all that. But and I didn't want to spend 15 minutes showing me doing it and cursing when the screw didn't go in straight or something. So this is super easy to do. These tools, there's your third hand. If you don't have it, it's definitely a two-person job, because that thing is heavy. I mean, I can carry it easily. I'm an old man, but I could carry it easily from one room to the other. But to hold it up by yourself, that's not, and for any length of period, it's going to get very tiring. But that's all for this video. And I'll have to see how that works. Hopefully that hitch works good. Because it has not been used. This is a new hitch that I got for under half price. That's it. These are the rubber mounts that you have to they just slide right off. Fortunately, mine are in very good shape. They're very soft. Slid right off. I just used my pry bar here, got behind them. It's hard to do now that I've got the winch already installed, but they just slide right out. And when I got ready to put them back on, I just used the to slide them back on. I just used the trailer hitch as the wedge, and I slipped them right back on. Also, the screws right there. This one, I mounted the ones on the back end on both sides first, and once I did that, I was able to kind of put it in my screw in sideways here and get that one started and got the front end. But the back ends are super easy to put in. That is a little challenging, but not much. And what else while I'm underneath the car? I think that's it.